Season
3.
Real Talk with Sergeant Cerrone.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Don't forget we got celebrity news.
We got it.
Sports.
We got that too.
Oh, don't forget politics.
Oh, we trying to get sued? Nah, we talking about that too.
Your one-stop shop for everything entertainment.
So sit back, relax,
and enjoy the show.
What is going on? Welcome to Straight Up Real Talk Saturday edition. No.
Yes.
So first of all, we want to thank the people who are actually tuning in, who watched us now on Saturday. We're testing a couple of things out. So it kind of like easier for us to do like a Saturday show versus the typical Wednesday show. But, we'll see. We may go back to Wednesday depending on how we feel, how you guys feel, and how, the numbers look on the back end. Because like I always say, we actually, more people watch our show after the fact than live.
That's true.
Which it makes sense, right? So anyway, but thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome to Straight Up Real Talk. I'm Serge. I got my boy Cerrone here. Cerrone, what's going on?
I'm doing good. Just some admin notes. Thanks to everyone who has ever tuned in to us. Follow us, subscribe to us. And if you haven't done so, go over to our YouTube page or Facebook and Instagram page and go us and give us a like and a follow. And I thank you all for supporting us. And I have to do my due diligence. I have to give my spill. For those of you who already know, and for you who don't know, I'm an Army recruiter. I'm stationed in Harlem, New York. And if you would love to join the Army or know of anyone who is interested in joining the Army to change your lives, you have student loan repayment program, bonus up to $50,000. Want to just change your life, or you can want to do part-time or full-time, just send me a DM and we can talk about it. The Army has changed my life, and I'm sure it will change your life or people that you may know that would want this change. Alrighty, so can't say you don't know. So DM me and we'll talk about it.
So y'all heard him. Get in his DMs.
Yeah, come on. Let's talk about the U.S. Army, and you can be all you can be. Yeah, you can be all you can be. Yeah. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about something. First off, within the hour, we're going to have the NAACP award show. It actually starts at 8 tonight. It's on CBS, BET, obviously, Centric and all of those other places. And the show is going to be hosted by none other than Queen Latifah.
Oh, that's bad. I didn't even know that.
Yes, my Queen Latifah is going to host tonight's show. And she hosted last year. So, this year, a lot of new movies came out. And the Oscars, the SAG Awards didn't show a lot of love to us colored folks. You know what I'm saying? They only show it to a certain movies. But I did see that the NAACP Awards are looking at other movies that we were in, and now they're gonna give them an actual spotlight. And let me just say this real quick. Yesterday, they started giving out some awards already. Tonight, they have Entertainer of the Year. The nominees are Coleman Domingo, Fantasia Barrino, Haley Bailey. I think that's how you pronounce her name, right?
Yeah, Haley.
And Keke Palmer, Usher. You have Outstanding Motion Picture, American Fiction, Origin, Russian, The Color Purple. They cloned Tyrone and some other ones. So definitely will be checking that out. And I already have my favorites already. And some other winners actually won last night. So I'm really happy because this is our Oscars, when you see
it's our Oscars, but are we tuning in?
That I don't know. I really don't know. And I hope people do tune in because we have to support our own for it to get big. We can't support other people and not support our own.
Yeah. Everybody wants an Oscar. Everybody wants an Emmy. Everybody wants, the SAG, but they don't. I don't think we value the NAACP, the BET Awards. I don't think we value them enough. I think if we put as much value into those as we do the Grammy, can you imagine if Beyonce, Jay Z, Rihanna? I wouldn't say Kanye, but
Not
yeah.
anymore.
But like, can you imagine if like all of them, like all of the big actors, which Denzel Washington, like all of them would show up for these black shows, right? Can you imagine how big they would be, right?
Yes. Yeah,
They're
but
they're not showing up like that.
yeah, they're not showing up, and I hope they start doing it because when we don't get representation,
Yeah,
the NAACP is where we see ourselves.
yeah,
Like those other places, they weren't meant for us.
yeah. No.
You know what I'm saying? Why you think is only ones and twosy of us are actually winning or actually be nominated, and we get kind of butthurt when they don't choose us. It
Yeah,
wasn't made for us. It was made for them.
yeah. And
Yeah.
that's the
So
yeah, that's the thing because we had this conversation a couple of weeks ago, and so that's the thing, right? You want to start complaining about what the Grammys is and isn't doing. Just keep it moving, move on. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
yeah. Anyway, I'm not getting into that again. We
Yeah,
already talked.
right here, Stacy said we don't. This should be our people's our people's biggest award night, and that is true.
Yeah.
And that is true. It should be our biggest award night for us. I know for me, I voted. They sent me the email, and I was able to go through the list, and I made my vote. So other people got the list, and I voted. Obviously, I have to vote for my girl Fantasia.
I knew you were gonna say you voted for Baby.
Yeah,
I
of
already knew it.
course I had to vote for her.
I already knew
Yes,
it.
and I voted for other people as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And some of them win. Yes.
You know what? You know what I'm wondering though. Off topic for a second though, but
Mhm,
I'm wondering like I cut the cable cord, but I do have like YouTube live TV.
me
But
too.
I don't watch regular TV like Fox, ABC. Like I don't watch
Mhm.
that, and so a lot of times I don't even realize this stuff is even like I had no clue the NAACP awards was coming on tonight.
Oh yeah,
I
the
didn't know
stuff
that,
like that
right?
I do pay attention to.
And so like, and I'm wondering if it's because I'm wondering if people are missing out because a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't watch TV anymore, and if they do, it's like on the apps where you go
But
straight what you
no,
want to watch.
because you have to realize that they do run ads on other networks too.
Mm,
CBS, ABC, Entertainment Tonight, all of those, they do run ads. So people are aware and also on social media as well.
yeah,
It's just not as, it's big. Don't get me wrong now. NAACP award show is big, but it's
mhm.
not at the Oscars level.
Okay, all right, I
It's
get
not
it.
at
I
the
get it.
Oscars level.
Yeah.
And speaking of the Oscars level, were you surprised by the lack of representation that you saw? I think I can only count on one hand, probably like two people that I know that won.
Yeah. But here's the thing, we talked about this before. Remember I said a couple of months ago was the last season that what they do is they give us a whole lot of awards one season, and then
Hmm.
the next year or two, you get nothing. It's like we gave you
Exactly.
a whole bunch 2 years ago. Shut up and be quiet for a little bit. No, seriously, that's it. Watch, pay attention. Next year or the year after, you're gonna have like five, six, seven of us all of a sudden getting awards. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why they do that, but I know it. Pay attention. Pay attention to it.
Yeah, yeah. I would definitely say that because come next year, we may not even get one or two, you
Yeah,
know? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but
Sometimes, yeah.
but we talked about this too. I also think that because we're not in a lot of Oscar worthy movies, right? They don't cast us in a lot of those type of movies to even get the nomination, right? And so it's usually The Color Purple or whatever, a few here and there, right? You know what I mean? And so whereas like they have like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 movies that they can get, you know what I mean, get awards for where we have like one or two per
But
season.
okay, this is my question for those of you who are watching and listening. I want for you all to chime in this conversation. I'm gonna ask you, what makes a movie Oscar worthy? Because is it the acting? Is it the lighting? Is it the people we don't see in front of the camera? Is it the people with the money in the back, directors? Like, what makes a movie Oscar worthy? Is it the soundtrack?
It's a combination. I think it's a combination.
Like, could
Acting, story.
could a Tyler Perry movie be considered Oscar worthy? So, what makes something Oscar worthy?
It's the story. It's the acting. Let's be honest. Like I watched some Tyler Perry's some. His acting. Come on now. His actors are very like soap opera, right? It's like over the top. Like you be looking sometimes like, come on, like sometimes the actors are like downright just bad acting. The hair, the makeup, the costumes, like it just be bad. So I don't see Tyler Perry. Yeah, I'll be shocked if Tyler Perry gets an Academy Award. I don't.
Actually, he does have an Academy Award, but he has the one from the Governor's one, the one that Angela Bassett got.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He actually does have an Oscar,
but not for one of his.
But for the overall contribution that he's done.
Yeah. And so, but then again, I think he knows his movies aren't geared towards like getting it. I think he knows that. Right. He knows who his target audience. He knows like church women, black folks, us, like, he knows like.
But we are going to support him though. And I
do. I support Tyler Perry.
And he does have some good movies though. Not all of them are good, but he has some legit good movies.
His movies are good. His movies are good. I like his movies when he's not like, I don't like like the Madea movies.
Okay.
I like Diary of a Mad Black Woman when Kimberly, Kimberly Elise was the lead. She was a good she is a good actress, right? And so I like that movie. She acted her butt off in that movie.
She did.
What's the other one with that long ass title for Color Girls Over the Rainbow when your panties fall off and roll? Like, what is the name of that movie?
Is it Four Colored Girls?
Yes, but it's a whole nother part of like you left out 20 words from that. Like literally it's called For Color Girls Who Haven't. I'm telling you, it's like 20 words. I'm not even kidding.
I don't know. I do know Four Colored Girls was pretty good. Why Did I Get Married? 1 and 2 was also really good. And The Family That Prays was really good too.
Was good. The Family That Prays was good. Also liked Tyler Perry in that movie that had nothing to do with Madea. He was it wasn't even his movie, and I think that's why I liked it. He was like a detective, and his wife was killed.
I do know what you're talking about. Cross, Alex Cross, or
yes, yeah.
Something to that effect. Yeah.
I did like that movie, although I'm not gonna lie, in certain scenes I kept seeing Madea. Like he would say something and I'm like, that's Madea right there, right? But I did like that movie when it wasn't about Madea. And so but I think that he knows he's not trying to get an Academy Award at this point for his
he's just making money.
He's
making sure the people who he's hired is getting paid.
He's a billionaire, so he's not hurting. He doesn't he's not
all right, so we're gonna move on. And this is something that I saw on social media that I really want to highlight. Since we're going to go back to space soon, I've been seeing a lot of Black engineers. And if you watch the Hidden Figures, Taraji, Octavia Spencer, Janelle Monáe, you saw that there's a lot that takes place for them to get there.
Yeah.
So these are some beautiful Black people who we typically don't see. We typically don't see these pictures floating around behind the flag, the NASA flag. And for us to see that is a good representation to let other people come in and say, hey, you don't have to have a bald fade or whatever fade. You can actually grow your hair. You can have locks. You can have a beard, and you can actually have jobs like that. You don't have to conform to what society says that you must. So sometimes.
Yeah, some corporations they like, nah, you're not coming up here with dreads, you're not coming up here with.
I agree. And one such one is the United States Army, along with other branches.
Yeah,
Public
yeah.
military. Unless you have some type of
I'm like,
profile or religious
sometimes you gotta,
accommodation.
yeah, sometimes you gotta conform.
Yes, sometimes you do have to conform though. But I will say when I saw this, it made me like feel like really proud
Yeah,
to see that, they're not turning their nose up on folks
yeah.
that look look like that.
Speaking of that really quickly, how do you feel about that? Do you think that it is a corporation's right to decide how you should look in terms of like your hair?
So to answer that, you have to think in a broader aspect, you know, of where we're coming from as a culture, because they still don't. Some people still don't like black people's hair, how coarse it is. They want
Mm.
to follow the white European standard of long, flowy blonde hair. That's
Yeah,
why you have so many African American men and women from in the 50s all the way to now perming their hair, trying
yeah,
to be like what they think the standard is.
yeah,
So all of that has been culturally been ingrained in our brains, our minds for over those years. So we've culture to be or try to conform to it. But I think every organization can set their own standards of what they want. They don't have to conform to the no beard. They can say beard. They can conform to like, okay, you can wear your locks if you want to wear your locks. But it all boils down to who is writing the checks.
yeah, yeah. My thing is, my whole thing is, as long as it's neat,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't think that you should be
And
telling.
presentable.
I don't think that you should be telling someone how their hair looks, if they can wear locks, if they can wear a beard. Like I don't know. I find that intrusive, and I find that it's
Mm-hmm.
like I'm a whole grown person,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna tell me that I can't wear dreadlocks. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's something about that that just it does not sit right with me as an adult person. This place is telling me that because I got dreadlocks, I can't work here. And in my mind, that to me signifies that you think that there is something wrong with dreadlocks.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so that's what
exactly.
the problem is. It's like, what do you think is wrong with dreadlocks that I can't wear dreadlocks? Or the women when they like have their hair like out, the black women bushy when they don't perm
Yeah,
it.
the
Like
afro.
natural, that is their natural state.
Mm-hmm.
But you're having a problem with that. Like, how do you have a
Yes.
problem with someone's natural state?
Because this is coming back from way before you and I, our parents were even born, and they're trying to conform to a societal mind that says that to look like the white man or the white woman, that's how it should be. When our here does not determine if we're gonna be feeling safe or anything. Our here's what I'll never forget this. I see the comment that um David
Artie.
say,
I know
but
that's I'm trying not to laugh, but go ahead.
a couple months ago, I had just graduated from recruiting school, and at the time, I did have a shaven profile,
Yeah,
and this
yeah.
person said to me, who was higher ranking than me, said, "What's that on your face?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? I have something on my face?" I said, "No, you have hair." I said, "You should cut that shit off your face." So you're telling me, I said to him, "So you're telling me I should be ashamed of what naturally comes out of my skin?
Yeah,
So you're telling me what comes out of my skin is nasty?"
yeah,
And then after that, he knew he was wrong for how he said it to me, and he instantly shut up and continued doing what he was doing because he knew that if he continued along with that line of thing,
yeah,
then
yeah.
it's going to go downhill for him. So let's
On the line, go ahead.
go ahead,
Yeah, yeah, no, no, you can read the comment.
Serge, but you shouldn't wear dreadlocks, and that's because I only think we're way you down.
I was trying not to laugh when you was talking, but of course, only Artie would like. I can't with him.
It will weigh you down because you're already short.
That's what he's trying to say, right? That's what he's trying to say.
Oh my god, that sounds funny. Same thing happened to me when I went through my academy 17 years ago. Okay.
So then, how do you feel about dress codes, work dress codes? Like, for instance, I'm gonna short story. So I work at a university. When I first got there, like everybody was dressed. I mean, in the main office, there were like 6 or 7 of us. Everybody was dressed, like I mean, dress, right? But when faculty members would come in and students, they looked a hot mess. Like, sorry, faculty, hey, like they weren't dressed, and I was looking like, wait, why are we dressed? And they look like that. Like that just didn't make sense to me. And so,
Image,
huh?
image.
It didn't make sense. And so I'm like, I'm not doing this. And so slowly I just started wearing jeans and I started like wearing sneakers and I started wearing hoodies. And my boss would kind of like side-eye me a little bit. Like she never said nothing, but she was trying to look at me. But then slowly everybody else started doing it, including my boss. And so now like no one has to dress up. But I was just looking like, I don't know why. And we got into a discussion. I'm wrapping it up to say we got into a discussion about it. And somebody was like, it's representation and blah, blah, blah. But I was like, that could be true sometimes depending on where you are and what you work for.
Hmm.
And most day-to-day jobs, like I don't need to have on a suit to prove that I can do this job. Like you could have a suit on and be the worst worker in the building. And I can have
Hmm.
on a hoodie and some Jordans or some Timbs and be the best worker in the building. So
Yeah,
I
and
think
not only that, you can have on a suit and still be broke. And you could go to work wearing jeans and Tims, blah blah blah, and you've
yeah.
been making 6 figure. But the
And
one
that was
who
the
has to dress up in suit and tie, he's only making $5 an hour.
And that's what I was about to say. That was the other thing too. It's like you don't pay, most of these places don't pay people enough to get dressed every day like
No,
that.
they don't.
Like they don't make that type of money. So let them wear it again, as long as you're neat and presentable. Like I never went in with like ripped up jeans or anything like that. And so as long as you look neat and presentable,
Hmm.
people wear what they want to wear. Like let these people wear what they want to wear. Stop playing with them.
Yeah, I agree.
They're already underpaid. So stop trying to make them spend all of their money on clothes. That's nah.
Yeah. Um. Oh, David said, I think there's an importance to being groomed. As an officer, you want to see me looking sloppy and dirty. And
I
okay.
agree with you with that.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
why I said as long as you're neat. So as long as you're neat, like sometimes I have a full beard. Like this is me. I go to work like this, but I'm shaved. I'm neat. You know what I mean? I'm not like looking
Mhm.
crazy, or whatever the case may be. And so
Yeah, but I
I
do
agree.
know that for some jobs, speaking for the military, there's a dress code, and you have to conform for that dress code, and there's a reason for that dress code. There's a reason why you have to have your beard shaved,
Yeah.
your neat. There's an image that you have to
Yes.
portray of professionalism, and the uniform that we wear. So I do understand that in that concept, but not
Yeah.
every job nowadays requires
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not everyone requires that. So
Yeah. Again, if it's the military, that makes total sense. Just like in
mhm,
certain instances, it does make sense to have to wear a suit or whatever the case may be, right?
mhm.
But most of these businesses and corporations, you don't need to have on and have a dress on and all that. Like you don't need to do all of that. Like stop playing
Yeah,
with it.
I agree. Okay, all right. So we're going to switch it up a little bit here. Let me go back. We're going to switch it up a little bit, and this is one of my little favorite part of it. So my question to you, and for those of you who are watching, that might be doing something, watching TV, cooking, just take a moment and just pause and just chime in. You know what I'm saying?
As a matter of fact, while we're doing this, put in the chat what you guys are doing tonight. Because it's Saturday night. I'm pretty sure after this, half of y'all gonna go out, go to
Yeah, go
bed.
drink into the club or something like that.
Yeah. So
All
let
right.
us know in the comments what you're gonna be doing. But go ahead, Tyrone.
All right. So this is the question. Would you rather to spend the day wearing wet socks or with popcorn kernels stuck in your teeth?
Popcorn in my teeth,
Hmm.
wet socks,
Which one do you prefer?
popcorn in my teeth.
Popcorn in your teeth versus walk around with
Wet socks. First of all,
wearing the day wet with wet socks.
First of all, I'm not messing up my sneakers with wet socks. So that's a no. Number two, your feet gonna be like woof, like your feet gonna be rink, rink.
But then again, you're gonna be walking around the thing with it in your teeth that you just bucking to take out, but you can't take it out because you just
I,
want to do that.
Popcorn in my teeth. There's no way I'm walking around with wet socks. Just the thought about that is making me. I can't. Nah.
And
I don't even like. I don't even like the feeling of wet clothes on my body. You know how like you get in the pool or something, you have a shirt on. Sometimes you have a tee, and the wet shirt is on your body. I don't like that. Like I don't like when you're sweating and the clothes are sticking to you. I don't like that feeling on me, and so I know I couldn't do the wet sock thing. Nah.
Okay.
Popcorn in
Let's
my
see
teeth.
here. Kofi said he will definitely do popcorn in his teeth.
Definitely.
Okay.
What are you doing?
For me, I'll definitely do popcorn.
Yeah.
Because walking around with wet socks, it's not fun.
No, it's nasty.
It's not fun, and
And
especially
you
when
probably
you have it in your
you're
shoes.
military, so you probably did it before. You probably had to do it before at some point.
Well, I want to say walk around per se with wet socks, but I've been to training exercises.
That's what I mean. Like when you step in water and your feet get wet, right? That's what. Yeah. See, nah, nope.
And then I couldn't wait to get back to where I was staying there to actually take my shoes off, wash my feet, and put on like comfortable, dry socks.
See, nah.
And then again, if your socks is wet, then the materials start to stick to your feet, and then even though the kernel in my teeth will be bugging the heck out of me, but in a situation like that, I would definitely let's stay in there for what it would be.
It is true though. When something is in your teeth and you can't get it out, but you're not able to get it out that moment, you literally mess with it with your tongue like forever, right? Trying to like dislodge
yes,
it. Like,
especially if all the way back here.
right.
David, I'm looking for you to actually answer the question. Which would you, wet socks or popcorn kernels stuck in your teeth? Like
he's difficult. He's being difficult tonight. And he said he just woke up. And he just woke up, so he's probably cranky too.
Yes, rocking the wet pair. Oh, that's not fun. No fun at all. Okay, so I would definitely for the first time in a long so for the first time in a long time, we've actually agree with
I know we never agree on this stuff. We rarely agree. So that's funny. Okay, good.
Yes, we really agree. All right, so we're gonna move on to this right here. Are you willing to settle for love? And before we go, I'm gonna say that I was reading something, and these are some of the reasons why some people actually settle for love in relationship. They have the fear of loneliness, societal pressure, low self-esteem, financial dependency, comfort zone. Those are some of the top 5 reasons as to why people settle for love. Now, my question to you, and those of you who are listening, have you ever settled for love? And how did it turn out? Serge, are you willing to settle for love?
So
love alone?
You know me, so I have to dive deep into this. I think the first problem with that statement is when you put settle right? That's the first problem. The settle.
You're settling.
It's already a negative thing going in because you're telling yourself I'm settling, right? First of all, I don't care who you are or who you think you with, you've settled. Because there is no perfect person out there. No one is with or is going to find the perfect person. And therefore, you have settled, right? Now, it depends on, and I want to take the word settle out, right? It's like you have some people who have like these 10 things. And if the person doesn't hit those 10 things, then, they're just not gonna, go through with it or get in a relationship with this person. If you want to do that, have at it. Your ass gonna be lonely. Period. And a lot of people will be like, "Oh, I'm fine with that." Blah 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 blah. Okay, you be fine with your lonely ass over there, right? I'm trying to find my word. I'm trying to try to because I don't want to go in.
Okay.
You
Say it.
I know. I'm just gonna say it straight up, real talk. First of all, right there's no perfect person, so just stop
Okay.
there. Right? Now, I do. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some major things. Fine, you don't want somebody that's broke. You don't want a cheater. You don't want this. Yeah, fine. But this whole thing about, oh, well, they gotta be over 6 feet and they gotta have abs and they gotta
Mm-hmm.
make $150,000 a year, setting these unrealistic expectations for yourself that you don't even have, right? But you want other people to have. It's like, get out of here with that. Like, find somebody that's nice, good, got a job, do what they need to do, right? And some stuff gonna get on your nerves. It just is. Some things are just gonna get on your nerve. But I always say you always have to figure out if that one or two things, right,
Mm-hmm.
right, is worth not pursuing this person or getting a relationship with that person. Is it that serious for you, right? Oh, I don't like the way they chew. No, I'm telling you, people do that. That is a thing, right? And it's like, oh, I didn't like the way she chewed, so I'm
Mhm.
looking at people like, what is wrong with you, like, right? And then you get with somebody who you think is perfect, and they the ones
Mhm.
out there beating your ass or something, right? So, so to answer your question, yes, you should settle for love if you have to. It just depends on what you're settling for.
Four.
Again, I'm not saying settle for somebody that's gonna beat your ass or somebody's gonna cheat or somebody's gonna do X, Y, and Z, but not the crates of, oh, he or she worked for UPS or she works an overnight shift. When I'm gonna see, I can't mess with it. Just ridiculous stuff, right?
Mhm.
I think those are ridiculous, and I think we need to take the word settle out.
Okay.
I
All right.
think
We're
that
gonna go to the comment section real quick, and then I will say, I don't know how much the inheritance is, but hopefully the inheritance is like over like $10 million, and then probably you will be able to settle for love, if that's the case. All right. Let's see what Rodney say. I think if it's not what you want, it's settling no matter what. I actually like this because if the person is not your person that you think he or she is, and you say, okay, this person doesn't have this, doesn't have that, doesn't have this, but you know what? I love them. So even though I don't like certain attributes that they possess, I'm just going to settle because I don't know what else is out there. So I can just tolerate
But that's
being,
but that is a problem. You keep
yeah.
saying settle and tolerate. It's like you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that in your mind you said, I settled for you or I tolerate the way you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like you're already setting this negative tone in a relationship when you go into it with those words. You can't
That's
like
true.
that's what I'm saying. We gotta take that word out of there of settling or anything like that, right? It's just, like, I don't particularly care the way they chew, but it's not like I settled for that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, first of all, you can get into a relationship with somebody who has your top 10, and you get in a relationship with them, fall in love with them, and then all of a sudden they start doing other that you didn't see coming. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
That's
But
true.
now, but now you're already in love with them in a relationship, and now you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So you can get with someone who you think you're settling for, and you can work around certain things, or like maybe you can get them to like you chew with your mouth open. Maybe you should try to, what I mean? Because they're probably a great person,
Hmm.
but you're letting some things, like some small things, like stop you from going forward. And
Okay.
so, can we please retire the whole table thing? Can we retire the the what is it? What do
The
we
what?
bring to the table?
The what?
What do you bring into the table?
Oh, okay. Let me read this comment right here. David said, "Search. That's bull. You can
No, it's not.
absolutely settle. There are people who accept less than they deserve, and knowing the person isn't a fit for them, i.e., folks who stay with cheaters and abusers."
But that's not what I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about them. And that's why I started out by saying I'm not talking about cheaters, abusers. I'm not talking about any of them.
Mhm.
First of all, that's not settling. Let me not even say that. That's not nice. So let me just be quiet. Go ahead.
He said he will not. He will.
I'm
He
about to
will
get in trouble.
absolutely
Go ahead.
dump someone for being a noisy chore.
See, I told you, right? It's a thing, right? And so, yeah, again, I just don't like the word settle.
Okay.
I think again, it's like you're bringing a negative tone to the relationship if you go into it saying I settled. First off, if I ever heard anybody I was with say they settled, we'd be done, done.
Because when you hear the word, okay, I'm gonna settle for you, that means that lets you know that okay, you're not really it,
Yeah,
but you will do for the time being. So that in of itself is going to make you feel that you are
yeah,
not worthy
yeah.
enough,
And
and
that's why
that's
I
how
say
that low self-esteem comes into play.
and that's why I say take that word out.
Yeah,
Don't even think, oh, I settled for you, right? Don't even go into it thinking like that
yeah,
because you're absolutely right. If you think that, you're always looking for the next best. You will be looking for the next thing because you feel like I settled.
yeah. Because also when you hear the word settle, is that okay? You're really not what I wanted, but you have this, you have this, you have that. But eventually, I will love you because you have all those other things that you can bring to the table, and I can love you based on two out of the five things that you bring to the table. But I don't
Yeah,
believe you should settle though. I do believe that if you're going to enter a relationship, or not even a relationship, that's too far. If you're going to enter a a situationship first before it even gets to the actual relationship, you should genuinely one like the person, you know what I'm saying, who they are, and then build on that until you get to the relationship part. Because oftentimes, and I'm no expert on a relationship, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, but if you genuinely like the person, want to be around them, the relationship would last long. But if you legitimately can't stand the person, as David said, with their chewing with their mouth open, then that's going to cause an issue. I want to also add that there are things that all of us do that other people would not appreciate. You may not, you may chew with your mouth open. Somebody might be okay with that. Some people might not be okay with that. You know, some people might just say that you snore when you sleep, and people are like, look, I can't be with this person because he or she snores. You know what I'm saying? They may not know how to kiss, and you're like, that is a deal breaker, and I can't do that no more.
but they got an excellent job. They treat you good.
Hmm.
They are amazing. But you're gonna let because they snore stop you from like potentially having an amazing relationship because they snore. You see what I'm saying? And this was on like
Hmm.
something just ridiculous and unrealistic, right? Something.
Okay, I have another question, but I'm gonna go to the comments real quick. Okay, Rodney said relationships are a risk, and you decide to engage. There's a level of compromise you will always have to do, and if that's not what you're up for, you need to just be alone. Compromise isn't settling, but unhappiness is. I like that because when you compromise, that doesn't mean you're unhappy. You just know that there's a give and take in a relationship, you know, and you have to compromise to get certain things because you're not by yourself. You're with another human being that also has feelings, emotions, wants, and needs, and you're going to want for them to do the same thing for you as well too. So at some point in time, you have to know to compromise. But I like that. Compromise isn't settling, but unhappiness is. I like that. I like that. Let's see what he says here. Give me good sex and cook, and we good. Now, thank you for mentioning that point. What
What?
if it comes to what's that?
What? Good sex and cook? No, you said thank you for mentioning that point. So I'm trying to
Right,
figure
because my next question I was going to pose now, what if the settlement
out the settlement.
is the settlement is coming in the bedroom where the person is not giving you what you desire, in the relationship.
Mhm.
Now, are you willing to settle versus are you going to, or as Rodney say, compromise in that area of the relationship?
Yeah. Okay, let me just say, bad sex would not stop me from being having bad sex with somebody would not stop me from being in a relationship with them.
Or it wouldn't.
No, it's not that serious for me.
Is it because it's an age thing?
No. It has nothing to do with that. I felt this way even in my 20s. What I do in my day-to-day life and in terms of how we interact and how we maneuver in our day-to-day life is more important to me than, I mean, I'm gonna say 20 minutes, but an hour. 3 hours, 3 hours worth of good time.
This conversation is going way left.
No, seriously, let me bring it back. So yeah, my day-to-day, how what we do on a and let me say this, it could be because I am older now. I'm older now, right? And so I may not have felt this way in my 20s, but where I am now, like, and let's be clear, like, I have great sex. Let me just put that out there. I have great sex, but that's neither here nor there, right? But I would not let
Okay.
I would not let bad sex stop me from being in a relationship. No.
Okay. All right.
First of
All right.
all, I already know what your answer is because you was like,
All right. We're gonna say one more thing, and then we're gonna move on. Bad sex would stop me. It is that serious for me. Don't listen to.
I said
Okay.
me, that would not stop me.
Okay.
Yeah, because again, how we interact on the day to day outside of the bedroom, our lives, how we intertwine to me is more important. Like,
Okay. Yeah, but I'm gonna go on from here. But I do like what Rodney said about compromise versus
yeah,
unhappiness. You shouldn't settle. You can definitely compromise, but when you get to that tipping point, like, is this compromise? Is this unhappiness? Is this settling? You have to know, okay, am I giving up too much of myself? So you have to know you should never ever settle. You at the end of the day, there are going to be two people in a relationship, and you have to make sure that you are taken care of. You're watered when you're in a relationship, and you will have to compromise in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? But you should never be unhappy. When you're unhappy is when you're settling, like what Rodney says. So
and
just know
and
that.
and what I will say about, and what I will say is just stop setting these unrealistic expectations that you want from people that half the time you don't even have them, right?
Hmm.
First of all, if you stop doing that, and I said unrealistic expectation, right? And so I think when you look at your 10 items, whatever, like, be realistic about it, right? And so I think it needs to start there. That whole thing about what do you bring into the table?
And some of the men bring nothing to the table.
First of all, the person who's saying it usually don't even have a damn table. They want you to bring the damn table.
Exactly. The table, the
Thank
seat,
you. The
the
table,
the,
the
the
door,
placemats, the knife, the
the
forks,
house that the
the
table is in.
house,
Like, you know what I'm saying? This,
the
like, first
dining
of all,
room.
what do you got? Right. First of all, what do you have? Like, get out of here with that. So yeah, no, yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on
I'm
before
going to
we.
read a couple of these and then we move on. Here we go. I can't be with a snore or a person who can't kiss. They can be Bill Gates rich. I need my sleep.
see, Artie is one of them who have that 20 things on the list. He's like,
I
nope,
see.
nope,
I
nope.
see. He says, bad sex would stop me. It is that serious for me. Don't listen to sir. Yes, represented for having great sex. He said, older, I'll be 43 soon and can't waste time on bad sex. That is something I'm going to leave for others to
That is for a straight up real talk after dark.
yeah.
I'm not
All
trying
right.
to get.
So want to go
Facebook.
uh exactly. This is my other thing that I love. I found this really great thing. And we're in the era of social media and pictures and stuff like that. So I think this would be really cool. What if every time you try to use your smartphone, it took an unflattering selfie of you and sent it to your friends in your contacts?
And you saying what would I do?
No, like what if that was the case? Would you still try to take a picture of you, or you just like stop taking pictures?
No, I'm gonna be honest. It probably wouldn't bother me because simply like I don't like any of my pictures anyway. Like I don't like any photo. Like I don't.
Mm-hmm.
The photos that I post online, believe me, I took at least 30 before I got that one that I
Really?
that I settled on. I don't like any of my photos. I don't like the way I look in any photo. I don't care who takes it. I don't care if you auto tune it, face tune it, shop it, whatever you want to do to it. I do. Saron, you know this when we took pictures. Like I was like, nope, I don't like that photo. Nope.
And there's
Like I look
absolutely
crazy.
nothing wrong with the pictures.
Nope. I'm like, nope, I look crazy. Delete it. Like I'm serious. Like I don't. Yeah. And so it wouldn't bother me because I don't like any of my pictures anyway. It'd just be normal for me. Like I think maybe, and I'm not even being funny when I say this. I think now within the last 2 to 3 years, there are maybe 2 photos of myself that I absolutely love. 2. As many photos as I take for social media, I'm not dead serious.
I just need for you to stop taking pictures right here and right here.
Nope,
I
that's all
just
you
need
get.
to take a full body picture.
Nope, that's all you getting. Face.
Mm.
You're not getting legs and hips
And body. Okay. All right. Exactly. Only what is that? 2 photos. Like, come on, that's 2 photos. That's crazy to me.
Not even being funny. In 2 years, I'm telling you, 2 photos. And if you go and look at my feed, you can probably figure out the ones because I repost them all the time.
Yes, you do. Okay, all right. Okay, Davis, my friends have seen me at my worst, so I would be fine if my phone took a picture and sent to them. Okay, that's cool.
Okay,
That's
but what
cool.
about you though? What about you? Would you care?
I don't think I would.
Yeah, it's your
I
friends
would
anyway.
just be like,
Yeah,
but I think I'll be okay though.
yeah, it's your
I
friends.
think I'll be okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to ask you this. This is a serious question.
All right.
Can you stay in a relationship if someone puts their hands on you? I mean hands. I mean like, pam, 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 pam.
Like, come on, like, okay, like, let me be serious about this topic because it's real serious.
It is.
No. Like, I don't. No. First of all, I'm not even that person. Like,
Even if they have Oprah and Bill Gates and Tyler Perry money combined.
first of all, like the way my first of all, so you already know I'm a fighter. Like I'm a fighter. Like, I'm from New York. I would like, and so they would never work out. Trust me, it wouldn't work out. It would be real bad for whoever tried to hit me. That's all I'm gonna say. Because believe me, that will be the only time that you would ever be able to ever even hit anybody. Ever. Like, no. Okay, and let me be serious when I say that. I don't even understand how people even deal with it or put up with it. If there was one thing I never understood, I can understand when you stay with somebody, if they cheat on you, whatever the case may be, stuff like that. I can see why you would still stay with them because the love is so deep. But I just can't understand like the beat downs, and you stay because there's no way that you're gonna tell me that somebody beating you down, they love you, or you know what I mean? Like there's nothing that you can say, or you know what I mean? Like it's just weird to me that you stay with somebody that does that, and then it's like you're just waiting for the next beat down. Like you wouldn't always be on edge, like, and then you're gonna like be watching what you say. You're not gonna be yourself because you don't want to set them off. Like who wants to live like that? That's I've never quite understood that. I feel bad for the people who are stuck in it, but I don't understand it. So I can't really say too much on it because I don't understand it. But for me, no. For me, no.
Yeah, I for sure cannot be in a relationship if someone puts their hands on me, because if that happens, for those of you who, well, I'm a like cool, soft demeanor type person. I don't really raise my voice too high. I'm just like, what you see here is what you get. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make me any less of a man or nothing. That's just me being mild mannered as I go. But the day someone puts their hands on me, you will poke this bear.
Yeah, I don't
And
get
when
it.
this bear erupts, that's why I don't fight.
Yeah,
That's why I don't fight, because if I fight, I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm not worried about me. I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about the other person. Um, but yeah, so let's go to the comments real quick. He said, I carry for a living. You hit me, I'm not going to survive prison. Okay. Tell folks in this FUI mentality. Miss me on that. Let's one more. I fight with my words, but if you hit me, it's over. Yeah. And I would definitely say people in the past, currently right now, are suffering abuse
yeah,
in relationships, and they're afraid of moving out because that person holds literally all the keys, all the cards to their
yeah,
lives, and
yeah,
they're afraid to go
yeah,
anywhere or tell anyone. But if you're listening to this podcast, I hope this give you the strength to just tell somebody what's going on in your life and get help and get out of a situation so you can live your life.
yeah. Go to a shelter, like find like
Go to the
something.
police, fire department, or
That's crazy.
something. It's
Yeah,
not worth it at all.
nah, that's crazy to me right there.
Yeah. So I'm not even close. Yeah, exactly. I need a ah, okay. Um, all right. Um, so we are almost. Ooh, oh, the time went by really fast. Went by really fast. Okay, this I want to get to real quick. We're gonna go over a little bit on the politics side of things. So recently, a couple weeks ago, Fannie Willis, Trump lawyers had brought up a suit against Fannie Willis because she's going to prosecute him for the Georgia thing that he did, in saying that the votes were fake and he's complicit. So they try to bring something against her that her ex lover slash lawyer that was her team that had inappropriate relationship. Anyway, fast story. The judge said that she can stay on the case as long as her ex lover and the lawyer resign. Now, do you think that this is going to taint how Fannie Willis goes forward in this prosecution of Trump? And you think it's going to make a dent?
It's not going to taint it for us the way we look at her, but it's going to taint. It's she's tainted from the other side,
Correct?
which is what they wanted to do, right? They wanted to be able to say, look, like, you know what I mean? Like this is
Hmm.
just a witch hunt and she's behind the scenes doing stuff. She don't have any business. Do you know what I mean? Doing either. Like I'm more shocked that considering the seriousness of this case that she and he were working on and who it is, I'm shocked that they would even do that. Just simply
But
because
but guess what? How it came about is that the guy's ex-wife or girlfriend, whatever, was the whistleblower to
of
put all
course,
of this in the media. And I'm like,
of course.
why in my head? Why would she do something like
But
that?
you
Didn't
know
you
why.
realize that the other side, the Trump side, is playing a game,
It
and
doesn't
she
matter.
literally went right into it, not
Go on.
seeing the bigger picture. Yes, they do what they do behind closed door. Stop being messy and try to put it out there. Now you just taint the whole. Mm,
But again, they did it. right? It's
They
like,
did.
wait until this damn thing is over. Like, she ain't going nowhere. You're not going nowhere.
But
You're
then
gonna
again,
be
this was years ago. This didn't just happen last week.
wait. This was years ago when this
This
happened.
was years ago.
This was before this even took place.
Yes, this whole, went on trips and stuff like that. This was way before Fannie Willis brought
Oh
the case
hell,
against Trump.
then none of this matters to me. I
This
thought
is way
I always
before all
thought
of this. This
even when
is
I
what
heard the
happened in the
news,
past.
I always thought this was happening as the case was going on. I don't care about this
No.
part. Then this story is a not enough. This story means nothing to me. Then what they did beforehand means nothing.
Because the lawyers were trying to find something to say that she is not that she should not that she should be dismissed from the case, and that's the reason why
Okay,
all of this
then
stuff was coming up.
yeah, then none of this makes sense to me. Like, they never explained it that way. I literally thought, even watching the clips, I literally thought this was taking place at,
Mm-mm.
like maybe last year or something.
No,
They
this
never
happened
said.
way, way,
I
way
never,
before.
but they see, but this is bad, and this is exactly why this happens in the media, because I physically never heard anybody say this took place years ago. The
Yeah, this
relationship
this
was
this not happened
before.
last week or last month.
I never heard.
Because he was married. I don't know if he was married. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that either he was married or the lady that was testifying for Trump was either his girlfriend or wife. I don't remember the case,
Yeah,
but they were using her to say that he was having inappropriate relationship with
yeah,
AKA his boss, Fannie
yeah.
Willis, and then she brought him on the case now, and that's
I,
how the conflict of interest happened.
I see. Then this is a
Yeah,
non-story for me. Like, if this
yeah,
happened way before, this is a non. Like, I
yeah. But the thing what they're trying to say is that they're trying their very best to take her off the case, but it's not going to work.
yeah.
David said
Well,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
hating Fannie was getting the good. But yes, it has tainted the case. A potential jury pool has seen this play out for weeks. They put mud in the water, not
Mhm.
because they believe she was being inappropriate. It was a way to sway
Yeah,
the public.
exactly what it was.
That is true. And Trump lawyers were trying to say that she's not good for it.
Yeah.
They were trying everything in their powers to dismiss the case, but you lied, Trump. You lied. There's no way you can get 11,000, whatever amount of votes. You know what I'm saying? All right. What Kenneth say? He was divorced, but his ex wanted more money. Bingo. Yes. Yeah, that was the reason at this point she's not off the case. She's going for blood. Hell, for lack of woman scorn. That's right. And if you saw her, how she did her thing when they were asking her question, and she literally ruled the entire courtroom from sitting in the stand, and she was the one being questioned. So can you imagine when she's the one asking the question? That is not something that I want to be a part of. I'm happy that I'm not on that when she's questioned, because she
Yeah.
is going to go for, as Rhonda says, she's going to go for blood.
She does have a chink in her armor because of this, though.
What's that?
She does have a chink in her armor because of this.
Hmm.
She does.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
just going to show you how far Trump folks will go.
But this is what I'm saying. Like this, like, come on, like this is what I'm saying. Like, to go up against him, you better have a squeaky clean background, because they are going to be digging into your credits. Like, they're going to be digging into
No comment.
everything. That's why I was trying not to laugh. I can't do it. I was trying not to laugh.
No comment on that one.
But yeah, yeah. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
Good show. Good show.
gentlemen, folks, we've come to the end. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. We will be back next week. We will put it out when we're back. Thank you all. If you haven't gone ahead, go ahead and subscribe to us and leave your comments on this video about everything that we spoke about. And thank you all for joining us. If you haven't done so, go ahead, subscribe to us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And I want to thank you all for making this conversation happen. Let's see what Rodney said right here. Do you think it would have made more of a difference if he was a prosecutor and not her? Does her
Rodney,
being a woman make a difference?
Rodney, we will pick up next week
Yes.
with this. So tune in next week and we can answer your question. Tia, I see you have a good night.
Definitely.
Tia.
And that's a good question. I actually like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. All right, y'all. Peace, love. I'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.